You are listening to the decision reel.
Welcome to the Decision Reel Movie Review Podcast, where we try and fail to review movies of today and yesterday. That's right, I'm going back to what we used to say on this podcast, because we try to do that, and we fail. Don't we, Randall?
Every time.
Every time.
Miserably.
Miserably. This week, we're looking at a movie as picked by Walter.
Yeah, you're a son of a bitch.
You're
Yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping for this.
You're a son of a bitch. We're looking at the movie Cool World, which it's hilarious to me because I actually have not seen this movie, right? Everything I've seen about this movie, I thought Brad Pitt was the main character because he's on every poster, every promotional thing for it. He's billed not
Who
as
do you
high
think's
as
the main character,
whatever.
Steve?
I mean, the main character obviously. Well, okay, that's the thing. Who is the main character?
Mm.
No, it's just shared. It's a story, but I think Brad Pitt is still considered. Is that an artist or the main characters? So.
It's weird because it starts on Brad Pitt and it shows him. Spoilers, obviously, because who fucking cares? It shows him driving on his new motorcycle coming home from the war with his mom on the back, like, let's fucking go. Bro, it's your fault. You know what I mean?
How construed is this? The whole storyline of this? How fucking wild and construed is this?
We're going to get to that, Wally. But
Here,
what I'm
okay,
saying...
Hold on. So, can I so the reason I chose this
interject.
movie... Yeah, the reason I chose this movie is because I was a kid, and there's a video game that came out for this for Super Nintendo, and I had never seen the movie, but I played the game, and I beat the game, and the game felt like a game, but to realize it came from a movie first, seeing the movie was terrifying afterwards.
Okay, so that
It's like
makes
a nightmare acid trip.
that makes a little more
Damn.
sense now that you said that why you picked it, because when I told my wife that you picked this movie, she went, "That movie fucking sucks." And I
I
went,
don't think the movie sucks, but it's definitely just the weirdest shit you've probably seen.
It's
and
so it sucked in the
with what we've
beginning.
been doing recently. It's just so out there. It's like the most out there movie I know for the most part. It's obscene. The whole movie is obscene. It's like you took drugs and you're just the whole movie you're high on acid.
It was,
And it's a bad trip. It's not a good trip.
it's not
it's
not a good trip,
at
Dewey.
all.
Oh, it's a trip.
It was rough the first hour 15,
Okay.
and then it got a little bit better, and then it didn't again.
What got better? Because to me, I mean,
it was still garbage the entire time, but
Right.
it got a little bit better when they went back to actual Vegas.
okay.
It got a little bit better when it was actual people and it wasn't just fucking like I don't have words. I don't have words.
There are no words.
To be
Here's
honest with
my
you.
only real gripe of the movie, besides it being not very good, is I don't know. There's no set rules for this. Like they can come and go as they please.
Yeah, how
from
do they know how to come
from
back?
Cool
and-
World and whatnot? And then but the guy who made Cool World apparently can't figure out when to come and go, but then he can. Also, if Brad Pitt was in the 50s, or sorry, not the 50s, he was in Cool World for 50 years. How did this guy make Cool World while he was in prison in the future for Brad Pitt to then be in Cool World when he...
Maybe time is different.
Time is
I
relative.
knew you'd have fun with this.
Fun's a stretch.
My brain is breaking thinking of the logic in this movie, and that's on me because I don't think there is logic in this movie. So for me to figure
Exactly.
out the logic in the movie, I need to be taking acid.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just slapped. It's just like slapped on a piece of paper. I don't think there's a rhyme or reason. I've tried to think about this movie a couple times. Like maybe Brad Pitt just in a coma permanently.
Okay,
And
all right.
I have no idea, man. It's so weird.
I can get behind that, right? The fact that okay, he gets in the crash, we see all that. That's all happening in real time. Well, kind of real time as mommy, gets thrown off the back, which is the worst looking motorcycle.
Why did you say that?
Whatever. It's the worst looking motorcycle crash I have ever seen.
It's
right?
hilarious.
Like the car,
He's gone.
the car flies out ass to the side and hits it, and it's almost like the car was a ramp and it goes over and flies, in reality, it would have got hit backwards.
They would have went flying.
Right. Not the
bike,
motorcycle. Right.
But the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they did.
Oh, they did.
They could have been or should have been a little more wrecked, but I get it. You don't need to show. You don't want to show Brad Pitt all fucked up, right? You don't want to show his mother all fucked up.
And so, sorry.
No, go.
When he came back to like normal Vegas, why was he still fucked up? It's been 50 years. You should have been healed by now, my guy.
Okay, hold on. I like that because it's bringing him back to the real world as he left the real world. Like, time has not passed for him. Nothing has passed, and he shows back up in tattered clothing and still bleeding from the head, right? I was like, all right, that's kind of cool. That's a continuance of what was happening. That's a cohesive type world building for me. But everything else around that was not cohesive.
I guess it makes sense because when he went back after, spoilers, he dies, and he goes back to Cruel World. He comes back and just becomes a fucking cartoon. Just like nothing happened.
And I like how there was no logic before that to ever say inside the movie that if you get killed by a toon, or what do they call them in this movie, Wally? It's not a toon. It's
the dudes were noids, and
Noid.
the other one were
Noodles.
fuck, I can't remember what the
Nudes.
tunes are, but I
No.
know the humans were noids.
See, it doesn't even matter. What I'm saying is
Yeah.
there's no logic in the movie stating that if you get killed by a cartoon in the real world, in Cool World,
You
you
back,
come
bud.
back as a fucking cartoon. But does your body have to come back? They don't say.
Did they
Right,
bring him
exactly.
back? They brought him back.
They brought him back because what his
All I know is
four-armed
if you need-
friend was just like, oh, we got to bring him back because he needs to, his girlfriend or whatever the fuck they are needs to see him, right? And she
All I
deserves
know
that.
is if you have sex, you switch sides.
But not fully.
Not fully, yeah, you're right, not fully. Isn't that the weirdest shit?
Once
This
you
is
go
the weirdest
cartoon, you
shit.
never go back.
Some kind you flicker,
Yeah.
and you
Hey,
don't
who the
flicker.
fuck was she when she flickered?
That's what I'm saying. You don't flicker back to your normal self. You flicker to some kind of weird, fucked up version
Yeah.
of yourself.
So
Okay.
weird.
I'm trying to figure this movie out,
Dirty.
Wally, and it's not.
I
Is
don't
it-
think I've
it's not-
ever.
You can't.
I've never paid more attention to a movie than I did this one.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I was paying attention
Yeah.
because I was like, what?
It's like what the.
What am I watching?
This it feels
It's
like
not-
another.
It's parts of it are like fucking art pieces. It's weird how
Yeah.
in-depth some of the drawings were, and like the animations were fucking wild. It's
There
so
was
wild.
3 different cars.
Yeah.
The cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
the actual one,
And then like a
and the
cutout.
fucking cardboard cutout
Right.
one.
So I don't know if that was a cardboard cutout one or if they made it look more fake in certain parts. Now, I did like what Wally just said. I love the way this movie looks. I love how it's all different types of cartoon animations together. It's not like, oh, we're going to Looney Tunes and everybody looks like Looney Tunes. No, there's a Looney Tune. There's Bugs Bunny style. There's fucking, old school Mickey Mouse style. There's the main girlfriend of Brad Pitt to me looked like Batman the animated series. I was like, ooh, this is kind of cool, right? So I like that. But other than that,
Nope.
there's no story here, man. Like, there's a story, but what's the...
Did you already say what this was about?
Okay, let's do that. What
Yeah.
is this fucking movie about? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Because this is even worse. Or this tells me more from IMDb than the movie itself.
It does.
When
Are you
Jack
doing the
Deebs-
synopsis?
Right, was
Yeah.
Jack Deebs... Fuck, I can't even read.
I'm not fucking
When Jack Deebs was behind bars, he found escaped by creating Cool World, a cartoon series featuring a vixen named Holly Wood. The flesh proves weaker than ink, however, as Holly takes human form in Las Vegas.
So whoever that actress was looking good.
That was the horniest woman I have seen on film in a kid's movie, because this is
That's
not...
PG-13.
It is PG-13. Now you can get away with a little bit more in the early 90s, but
It
who
shouldn't have
watched
been. I
this
don't
and was
think-
like, yeah, it's fine for kids.
This is so suggestive.
Suggestive?
The whole movie is
Keep your legs
so
crossed.
suggestive. I know they do it, but like there's the setups and everything like that are super deep.
Oh, those
But look,
fucking tunes. Oh,
no,
she said we could watch, and they're all like building a fucking like thing to go up and watch them have sex. Like,
I know
that
it's
was
wild.
that was the climax.
Get it?
They were getting to the climax. Yep.
They're reaching the peak.
Yeah.
And like the dude who plays Jack Deebs, he was not acting at all in this movie. He was just there.
He didn't look like he looked like he was gone. He looked like he's fucking checked out like a crazy person.
Do I blame him?
No.
No. How do you sign up for this
Exactly.
movie, right? Like your agent comes up to you, hey, we got this kind of cool looking movie that is going to be like a cartoon / whatever. You fuck a cartoon so good that you bring her to real life.
Hey,
I guess I'm in. How much is it paying, right?
Not enough.
Not a lot. And like, I feel like he was into
I'm
it,
gonna do it too.
and then he showed up on screen or on set and was like, wait a second. What do we do?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm just going to, I'm here for the paycheck.
I'm here, man, but I'm not here. Don't
Now-
ask me for anything else.
Now, Kim Basinger, she, Strader, we're putting stickers on things
right
here.
there. Yeah, right there.
Look, no, that ain't it.
Well, that's where it's going.
Okay, you do you.
That's where
fine.
it's
Look,
where it's
look
going.
at
With where
this.
it's staying.
We got stickers now, Wally. You see? I don't
Oh,
know if you can
nice.
see these. We got stickers if you want. You can buy them on www.thedecisionreel.com. You can
Goddamn.
get stickers.
That was good.
You like that? A little transition. While you're there, you can also buy some T-shirts, some hats, some fucking some leggings. Maybe you're cold because it's who knows what day of the week it is, and it's fucking snowing or it's 80 degrees outside. You might need a hoodie or a T-shirt depending on the day. Hey, go to www.thedecisionreel.com. Click on the store tab, and maybe buy something for yourself or for somebody else. Use Reel10 for 10% off. Do what you're gonna do. Back to this movie, where you can watch it.
Sheesh.
If you have a subscription
Oh, that's so much better.
to Paramount Plus, you can watch it on there. Who has a subscription to
I do.
Paramount Plus? You do.
I do.
Why?
I
Out of
have
all
Amazon.
everything else,
Amazon.
Amazon does not give you a subscription to Paramount Plus.
If you upgrade it,
To what?
I got
Premium.
on Amazon. I had to get Noggin so my daughter can watch some shows.
So Noggin
So
is
it all
something.
comes apart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're still paying extra from your Amazon
Yeah, like
Prime account.
$3.
All right, touche. I also have Paramount Plus, and I was gonna. Yeah.
So why do you?
Why do I have it?
Yellowstone.
Because I cannot find Nickelodeon Guts, Legends of the Hidden Temple, Double Dare, Nick Arcade, Rocket Power,
So you need
all
Nickelodeon.
those shows.
The same
I
reason
need
I needed it.
right, but I want my old school things. I would sail the 7 seas, right, and find those, but you can't find them in any good quality whatsoever. So, ipso facto.
Randall, Yellowstone's on there. It's really good. Probably like it.
Of course,
Is it really?
you like
Fuck
Yellowstone.
me.
What are you doing with
I
your
thought I
life?
had to buy it.
I mean, you
Mm.
could.
I didn't know it
No,
was
you
on
have to buy it
Paramount.
on Amazon, but it's on Paramount. It depends what seasons, but from like 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, it's all free on there.
Cool.
It's all
Because I
free
wanted
on
to
there.
watch it, but I really didn't want to spend the money on it.
I got you. Well, to rent this movie, YouTube, Google Play, Amazon, Apple TV, and Vudu.
If you do.
Vudu. This was written by Michael Grais. Grace? Grass? I don't know how you would even pronounce that. Grayas? Thanks,
Grayas.
Wally. I don't. You should probably.
I have
do
no
this.
idea. I don't
That's
fucking know.
It sounded right. I don't know. Also with Mark Victor, the only other thing of note they have done together or apart is they co-wrote Poltergeist.
They went
Ooh.
from
Poltergeist.
to this.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Both kind of
I
scary.
mean, yeah, I was about to say. I was about to say.
Feeling a little the same, right? So
Yeah.
I get it. This is directed by Ralph Bakshi, Bakshi. I think I'm close. Bakshi. He's also directed
Back shot.
Fritz the Cat, which was I can't remember if it was a TV show or movie back in the day that was, like 70s, that was kind of the first like adult cartoon. He's also done a movie called Coonskin. Same kind of
Oops.
stylized adult, but not adult,
Tone deaf on that one.
whatever.
A while ago.
The only other thing that you would be like, holy shit, he directed the Lord of the Rings animated movie.
Ooh.
The one that we would
animated?
watch in school. Maybe you wouldn't watch that in school,
Yeah.
but we watched it. I know I did. I'm sure Wally did.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
LTR.
No.
you're right. This is, like we said, rated PG-13 for language and sensuality.
Oh,
Lots of sensual. lots of sensualities.
I think they get away with it because at the time she's being sensual, she is a cartoon, right? She's spreading her legs, doing weird stuff, trying to fuck.
And she didn't really do much when she was
playing
actual.
the dude disguised as a dude, dressed as another dude. Same concept.
You're right. So I think she gets away with it because of that. And what you're just gonna say is, what does she do sexual besides maybe trying to open his pants? You know, when she first shows up in the real world, when the neighbors come over.
Mm.
Beyond that, not much.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, maybe she's dancing erotically when she's singing.
And they need a clean floor to do it on.
Fuck you. Oh, god damn it, I love that movie. I can't believe we reviewed that and we like barely talked about the movie.
It's ridiculous.
Dewey
So
Cox.
good.
It is very.
I wasn't here for that one, was I?
I don't think you were. Did you watch it though?
I don't know.
Have you ever seen Dewey Cox?
I don't think so.
You need to if you haven't seen it. That's
Only
like
on
a
a wet
staple.
Sunday morning.
Sunday morning rain.
Listen to the music first.
What does he say? Talk to us like whatever. We ain't scientists.
Scientists? I've been half.
That's the worst case of
Speak
somebody
English,
being.
Doc.
That's it. Speak English, Doc. We ain't scientists. This is the worst case I've seen of somebody being half with a machete I've ever seen. Sorry. This is starring only 3 people of note: Brad Pitt as Frank Harris, Gabrielle Byrne as Jack Deebs, and Kim Basinger as Holly Wood. Holly HOLLIWOULD.
Oh, Hollywood.
Like Holly.
Fuck you.
Would fuck.
That's what
yeah,
she would
exactly.
do. Yep.
They're looking
Definitely would.
fine in this movie.
You know,
Wasn't
I mean,
she?
as a
My
cartoon,
God.
even like I
Damn.
could tell that the way they did it is
Pulled
that
it from
she was acting
from her.
and then they just
Yeah.
went over top of
Mhm.
it. There's a
Yeah.
couple parts where you're like, oh, for sure, and
Yeah.
I think that definitely helped because it made it look more realistic. Where
Did
all
they
the
actually
other
do that?
cartoons
Because
were.
I have no idea.
I'm
Like
assuming.
actually filmed her with Brad Pitt and just drew over top of her.
I'm assuming that's what they did.
Now
It
let's
looked real.
Get the movie
way.
where
That would
she
make
wasn't
sense.
a cartoon anymore.
I know, right? She was
I'd
probably
like that.
she was probably wearing just like a green.
green
Well, I don't even know.
I'd
Back
still-
then, they might not have done
You know
that.
what? I'd like to see that as well.
I'd watch it.
It'd be
I'm
cool.
gonna look up when green screen started.
Probably
Mm, 92 was the
older
first
than
movie.
you think. Older than you think. I do know Roger Rabbit. They used some blue screen in that.
Yeah.
Star Wars. They use blue screen in that.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's older than you think it is
is.
for sure. Runtime on this motherfucker,
Way too fucking long.
102 minutes for sure. Way too long.
fucking long.
1930.
God
Oh,
damn.
goddamn.
19.
RKO Studios
fucking
was
way.
the first to invent green screen technology. It was used lots in films, I guess.
That makes sense.
Okay.
I
Dumb
guess they just
question.
removed some
Dumb
of the
question.
When was the first computer made?
Oh fuck, like 18 something.
Really?
Yeah,
Good for them.
Let's look
You
it
know,
up.
look it up.
I
That's all you gotta do. Look it up.
thought it was a lot.
Was like an abacus considered like
Abacus would be. It's the first computer.
just
Yeah.
something calculating, right? What is this?
Exactly.
What technically has to be a computer?
And
First essential
a
computer was
computer
giant
in which you
ENIAC
can
machine
edit
by John.
green screen.
Oh well, they weren't even doing that then.
Well, how the fuck did they do it?
Film, buddy. They were
How did they
laying
get it on
film on
film?
top of film. So basically, you're doing
Oh,
like
so
a.
they had to like
do you-
cut it.
So you know what a matte painting is?
Uh-huh.
Do you really know what a
No.
matte? Okay. A matte painting. If you're watching older type movies, right, and you're
Uh-huh.
seeing like a big background, right,
Uh-huh.
and it doesn't move, and it kind of looks
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Basically, what they're doing is they're making a giant painting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then the actors are either really small or only confined to one certain area on screen.
Mhm.
So what they do is they'll paint that area jet black, and then everything else will be nice, whatever. Then they'll overexpose whatever shot that they're doing only in that area to make a negative of it. So then they basically place that on top of that. So when they go ahead and make their film, they're splicing 2 pieces of film or sometimes up to like probably 10 pieces of film on top of each other to then expose it to create the full picture of what it needs
I always
to
like
look
the
like.
analogy. It's like you're printing backwards. So like you know,
Exactly.
you have colors of ink. Say like you don't have green ink. So you feed the paper backwards and you end up with no green ink in that print. If it was all in the background.
Right, exactly. And there's
First computer in 1948, by the way.
48. Okay, there you go. real
June
computer.
21st, first day of summer.
1948.
That's-
National
that seems more
Skate
reasonable.
Day also.
Oh,
Ooh.
look at you.
So everybody knows.
There's there's that one meme that I always see. It's like IBM's first computer, and they're loading it into the side of this building, and there's like 50 people holding this giant like truck of a computer, and it's like that's 1 megabyte. And you're like,
Yeah,
today,
actually-
holy shit, 1 megabyte.
Now you can hold so many more.
Right. I say this every time I buy a new memory card. Which, by the way, where's my memory card, bitch?
My house.
Okay. I remember PSP, the first PSP when it came out. I went to GameStop to buy a 1 gigabyte memory card for it. And at the time, that was like
Cecil, stop scratching.
huge.
Sorry, guys.
That is his dog. So going there, I was like, all right, I want to buy this memory card so I can, fill up whatever. 1 gigabyte was like unheard of whatever. It cost me $129.99 for that memory card. 1 gigabyte. What can you buy right now for $129? $130 you think you can get for a memory card? A micro SD card. This was the full SD card.
Get a lot.
Right.
You
A
get
lot.
250 somewhat gigs.
More
on
than
a
that. You
micro
could
SD.
get a terabyte,
Yeah.
probably micro SD card for cheaper than that. I'm willing
The
to
first-
bet I could probably look up on Amazon.
You could probably get at least 256 for like $70.
We're going to do this right now. Amazon, where we at? Shopping,
$70 final offer.
2 terabyte micro
Okay, you're
SD
going-
card.
you're
I
going
just want to
straight
see what
2 terabytes.
1 terabyte
Mm-hmm.
micro SD card, high speed, whatever, $128. 2 ter. I
Ooh.
take it back.
Ooh.
2 terabyte
Ooh.
micro SD card, $95. Now these are
Jesus
all
Christ.
off-brand names. SanDisk. No fucking way that it. Okay, that's
Your
too
information's
big
getting picked up by the Chineses.
of a- getting Chinese.
They know.
All right, a SanDisk
Sandick.
Extreme 1 terabyte is 129. So that would be like up there. There's a SanDisk.
Mhm.
Extreme Pro 1 terabyte, which that's what you would get. It's got the highest
Sandusky.
read-write speeds, 132. So 1 gigabyte is 1,000 terabytes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So think about that. What would have? Let's do some math here.
That was 1 terabyte is
1,000
1,000
gigabytes.
gig.
Well, 1,000 gigabytes equals a terabyte. That's what I said. 1 gigabyte is
We'll let it
1,000.
go.
Oh,
We'll let
you're
it
right.
slide.
I did say it. I did
We'll
say
let
it
it
wrong.
slide this time.
You're right. Okay.
That's okay.
So if I was spending for one, $129, right? So $129 times 1,000, I would have had to have spent $129,000. I had to do that. Yeah, I had to do that. I'm an idiot. Well, think about that. That's crazy. It's just crazy in my brain that like
How did we get here?
I
exponentially.
don't know.
You talked about when the first computer wanted to
I
be
don't
made,
know.
and this is how we got here. All right.
It's called the
Jesus Christ.
ENIAC, by the way, ENIAC, and it's
ENIAC.
the electrical numerical integrator and calculator.
All right. So
What's
So
the
it was a
first computer?
calculator. Yeah, and it was in 19.
That's a
what was it,
big
43
ass
or something
calculator,
like
my
that?
dude.
that's a big one.
It's the whole wall.
It's a
literally
wall.
It looks like
You
it was
gotta,
like 20. It looks like 20 meters. It looks
You gotta
60, it looks
punch
You
like
it.
gotta
60
jump to
feet.
get to 1.
That's funny. All right, real quick. Randy brought over these Tangerine Express Hazy IPAs from Devil's Backbone, right?
And
No,
fucking-
Stone.
Just
It's
doing
a Stone.
IPAs.
It's an
and
IPA.
fucking
I don't know.
enjoy
I don't
my
know
guy.
what he's doing, but
I just
he said we're gonna try them.
it was not what I expected.
This is the drink of the.
It's not terrible,
This is the drink
but
of.
I'm not gonna finish mine.
It smells like Chinese food.
That's
It's the
that Chinese food will
Chinese.
be here in 20 minutes.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It
Not
tastes like an
gonna finish
IPA.
it, but
That's
it's
fine.
not bad.
That's not bad. I'll drink them. In like 6
Enjoy.
months, I'll get through
Enjoy.
those.
Yeah.
Enjoy. All right. This Cool World was released on July 10th, 1992. I don't know why you would say this is a summer blockbuster movie in 92, but hey, here we are. Those are definitely real gloves. Those weren't animated all over his sensual body doing the old
Would you have
feels.
sex with a cartoon, fellas?
If I was in that situation,
That's the question.
Sure.
If fuck yeah.
Okay.
If I was there,
if somehow I get transported to Cool World, and just like every other person that gets transported or sees a cartoon in this movie, they go, yeah, whatever. Nobody makes a big deal about this, by the way. Brad Pitt just shows up, and he's just there, and he's a cop, and he's been there for 50 years, whatever. The guy who made it shows up, and he's just not even fazed by it.
And they act like they've seen it.
That's why I think this was a. This is why I think this was a dream.
And then when in the Vegas part, right, where like all these people are turning into cartoons, only one person, well, two people, the people at the slot, the old ladies at the slots,
freak out for a second.
And then they just go back to playing slots. Okay, nobody else cares. The dude turns into a giant fucking snake at the craps table or the roulette, whatever, and it's all right, yeah, whatever.
Cool.
Nobody cares.
This fucking movie, man.
Nobody cares.
This fucking movie.
It's Wally, you got anything to say about that?
You're welcome. This movie is. I think it's more fun to talk about than it is to watch.
You're not wrong. Because I did not enjoy the 141 minutes.
I enjoy watching this. I'll watch it every once in a while, but it's because of the shock factor that we're talking about right now. It's like I remember watching it when I was young, like I said before, and it comes on. I'm like, oh, I gotta fucking revisit this shit. It was so weird, fucking wacky.
It's funny, right? When I again mentioned it to my wife Tiffany, she was like, "Oh, I used to watch that all the time when I was a kid," and I was like, "Oh, it must have been good." And she's like, "No, it sucks." I'm like, well, why were you watching it?
That doesn't seem like a movie a kid should be watching.
Well, so that's what she said.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
She said she watched it because she thought she was getting away with like watching something naughty or something, right?
Well, she was.
Kind of. I mean, let's be real. That cartoon was DTF. The
car had a butt.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Car had a fucking donk, bro.
Fucking dump.
This shit was fucking thick.
I got a best scene. I got a favorite scene, but I'll wait.
Oh, he's gonna wait. All right.
Have a How? How do you have a favorite scene?
I do. Trust me. It'll be
picked
yours
the
once
movie.
I say it too. It'll be yours once I say it too.
All right. Top 10 that week. Number 10, Patriot Games. Number 9.
Patriot Games is great.
Patriot Games was good, actually. It was pretty good. Number 9, House Sitter. I don't know what movie that is. Sure. Number 8, Unlawful Entry.
That sounds like a porno.
This could have been a porno.
That's rape, Randall.
Oh, yes. Sorry. You're right.
We just did a rim shot to a rape joke. If we haven't been canceled already, it's coming soon. Number 7.
Chinese is like
number
2 or 3
7 to
times.
go with what we just said. Prelude to a Kiss.
Unlawful entry, my dude. Here's a kiss.
Number 6, Cool World. Made the top 10.
Good. I'm glad it wasn't top 3.
Yeah. Number 5, Sister Act.
How bad are those other movies?
Sister Act is great.
Sister Act is great.
Well,
Whoopi Goldberg.
10, 9, 8, 7. How bad were those ones?
Also, how long were they out too, right? Sure. Number 4, Batman Returns.
Oh yeah, that fucking.
Oh yeah.
That's not the one we watched.
No, it is not. That is the second one. That's with Danny DeVito. Sorry, Danny DeVito and fucking Christopher Walken. Hey, I'm not gonna do my Christopher Walken. So I can never do it on demand. It only comes out.
You wanted to do it, though.
I wanted to do it, but I couldn't.
saw it,
I couldn't think
yeah.
of something to say. Like, hey, you're talking to my guy all wrong. Come in
Minus
again.
the first
stab me in the
Batman
face with
movie,
this side.
Steve?
What?
What's your favorite one?
My favorite
I'm assuming it's a
Batman movie
Keaton one,
minus
right?
the first one.
Mine's the one that just came out, the Pattinson one. Because I know that might not be your favorite, but that's definitely really, really good.
Are
I'm
we
curious
are we
which one your
saying what's
favorite-
the best Batman movie, or what's
No,
your
no, no,
favorite
no, no,
movie
no,
to
no.
watch?
What's your favorite Batman? Personal favorite Batman movie? Randall's, yours is Dark Knight,
100%.
right?
100%.
Okay.
I fucking hate that I'm about to say what I'm about to say. It's Batman and Robin.
What? How the fuck? Is it because you saw it when you were a kid?
It's the
Like,
George
was it
Clooney
timing?
one with fucking Arnold.
I know which one it is.
Yeah, with Arnold. It's so stupid that I love it. Even though I am the
I
biggest
love
Jim
all of
Carrey
them, if I'm
fan.
being honest, but
Yeah, I'm the biggest Jimmy Carrey fan in the world, and I love, that movie where he's the Riddler. But It's almost
Kill
like they
Bill
took.
chick was so hot in it.
I
Ooh.
know, right? It's almost like they took that movie and they said, "How can we make this even worse and more ridiculous?" And I remember watching it and going, "This is everything I
did it.
want. Like, this is
Oh.
amazing." It's
You remember toys got all crazy? That
Yeah,
reminded
yeah,
me of
that
all the
might be-
crazy toys.
that might be why I like it, is because again, at that time, it was like, "Yo, give me the Batmobile. That Batmobile's fucking sick. It's glowing blue, amazing."
That's the one we watched.
Yeah, yeah.
No. We watched.
Fuck.
Did-
Robin
wait.
was in it.
Well, so Robin's in that one too. So Robin's in what is the one with Val Kilmer? Fucking
Forever?
Batman Forever. Yeah. So Robin gets introduced in that movie. Then the
And
next
then the
one's
next one is
Batman,
Batman
and
Robin.
Robin, but Val Kilmer's not Batman. George Clooney's Batman,
That
and he has the
Forever-
fucking
which
Bat
one is,
Visa
Seal?
card.
Which-
Seal
which
is the one before
is
that.
Kiss from a Rose?
from a Rose,
Yeah.
baby. It's such a good fucking movie.
I like
What's
5
That
out
was
of
that last
10.
movie I saw to
but I
drive
love it.
theater. That's how fucking old I am.
This motherfucker. All right, top 3 that week in no particular order, and then you have to guess the order. Boomerang in its second week. A
Gotta
League
be
of Their
movie.
Own in its second week.
Ooh, Randall.
And Universal Soldier in its first week.
Universal Soldier's a fucking gem.
It
It's
is.
a
It's so
fucking
good, man.
gem.
so excited.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
It's so fucking
It's
good.
really good. Fucking, what's his face there from Rocky 3? Rocky 3?
No, Universal Soldier has what's his face? Tango and Cash. It's not Jean Claude, right? Do I have this backwards?
You have this backwards. It's Jean-Claude Van Damme and fucking, big fucking Russian dude from Rocky. What's his name?
Oh, I think you're right. What movie am I thinking
I
of?
don't know.
Has Come on, let me look this shit
Let
up.
me look at
Wait,
this
so
thing.
have we been in this week before?
It is, you fucking cock.
Sort of. You think I don't know my action movies, bruh?
Ah, that's not what I thought it was, though.
All right,
Hold on,
all
let me
right.
figure it out. You keep going.
Well, okay,
Brandon,
you
you
gotta
go first.
guess your top 3.
You want me to go first? I'll go first.
Sure.
League of Their Own.
You're saying League of Their
There's
League of
number
Their
one.
Own,
I'm going
number
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
It's the other one with the soldier.
Universal Soldier,
That
which
one.
if you haven't seen, you need to watch.
It's just called Soldier, is what it is. Fuck.
Oh, all right. You get a pass
And then what was the third one? Because that's my third one.
because nobody even knows what that is. Boomerang.
I don't. I have one on the back of my leg. Does that count?
I got a boomerang on the
count?
back of my leg. Does that mean your leg's coming back at you? I don't.
It always comes back.
All right. How big is it? Noticeable?
That's what he
Hello.
said. Yeah,
I've never seen.
Hello.
I've never seen you without pants
I
on, so
actually
I didn't know you
measured
had.
myself and was like, "Can you make it this big? That way."
Is
I
it just
don't
like a
forget.
brown boomerang, or is there like some cool like
No,
insignias?
it's 100% black.
That's what they call. That's
Just
what
a
they
black
call Randall.
boomerang. We're calling him
Brown
Black Boomerang. He's a fucking superhero, the Black Boomerang.
Always comes.
All right. So wait, what were
You're
the
not gonna
three?
see him, but he's
Boomerang,
coming
League of
back.
Their Own. What was the third one?
So, A League of Their Own, Universal Soldier, Boomerang is what he said.
I'm gonna go Universal. This is bottom to top. Universal, Boomerang, and A League of Their Own.
So you think A
Being the
League of Their
top
Own is number
grossing.
1, and you're thinking Boomerang and then Universal Soldier.
Yeah.
Okay. It is number 1, A League of Their Own. Number 2, Universal Soldier. Number 3, Boomerang. Or Randy.
Damn.
Boop, 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 boop.
I guess I can do that,
There it is.
I always like don't remember what buttons I have, and I gotta like let me look at it for a second. What we have for you this week as a prize is the Tangerine Express. No, we're not gonna have that. We're not gonna have
Ugh.
that. Budget time. What do we think it costs to make this movie, Cool World, in '91? I guess is whenever
Walter.
they did it. I did guess these, so if you want, I could go first, or maybe Wally should go first since he picked the movie. Just saying.
I'm gonna go $20 million.
He's going 20. Randy?
30.
30. I guessed $10 million. I was like, okay, it's in the 90s. Not a lot of.
But there's also a lot of prop pieces. in
Yeah,
this
but
bitch.
but props aren't hard to make, and they're not
I just thought it
expensive.
was art. There's like 1,000 different ways to draw something.
That too. I mean, think of how many different artists probably had to be in this, and how much like trial and error probably there was, and all right, we're gonna film this, and this is how we think it's gonna go, and then shit, no, it's already in the can. We got to figure it out, So, the actual retail budget, $28 million. Look at you, Randy. But you went over, so.
That's fine. You don't have to do it again. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right, box office. What do we think it made?
I bet you this flopped like a fucking son
Maybe,
of a
maybe
bitch.
not. Who knows? What
I'm gonna go-
do we think?
I'm gonna go 15 million.
15.
I was only going to go 18.
You can go 18.
Yeah.
So Steve guessed 15 as well.
Okay.
Or wait. Yeah, you
Yeah.
said 15. Well, yeah. Actual box office, $14.1 million. Opening weekend, it made 5.5.
They were like, you should not watch this movie. And people still did.
There was actually, I read this where they hired, what do you call it, disc jockey, like a radio guys to go and introduce the movie before they showed it, saying, hey, if you love Roger Rabbit, you're going to love this movie. And that couldn't be further from the fucking truth. This is not Roger Rabbit.
No.
Roger Rabbit is so much better. Have you
Roger
seen
Rabbit.
Roger
That could be
Rabbit?
on the
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's
Look
why.
at you.
That's why when you said, is it like you said?
You said no, yeah.
Roger Rabbit. And I said, yeah.
I'm surprised you've seen Roger Rabbit. Good for you.
I don't know why.
That movie scares the fuck out of me.
I don't know why I've seen it.
I mean, it's a good movie.
That little fucking baby that's smoking the cigars.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious. No, the part that always gets me is when he dunks the shoes in the fucking the acid or whatever. Oh, it's scarring. It's really scarring.
Yeah, and him he falling into the
Oh
acid
my God.
too. Yeah.
What a good. Why was he like everywhere in the 90s, but nobody recognizes the fact that Christopher Lloyd was in everything? Exactly.
I don't know.
I don't even know.
So Roger Rabbit
What else?
and all the Back to the Futures.
You
What
got
else was he
fucking
in,
Angels
Steve?
in the Outfield. You got
That's
there's a
what
couple
it
TV shows that he was in at the time. He was just ripping it up, and people weren't really like, "Oh yeah, this man's here." Yeah, no, he was
That's a great movie to have.
a
That should be a
good
beach.
movie.
I'm putting it in
Putting
my
it.
thing.
put it. Yeah, maybe I'll come back when the Angels win the pennant. Yeah, I guess you got to fucking come back, bitch. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, come on, man. You've never seen Angels in the Outfield.
No.
Have you seen Rookie of the Year?
Have you seen Kim
No.
Kardashian?
Have you seen Kim Kardashian? Is that the one where she gets coming her back? No.
Coming back?
That's like a comeback story.
It's a comeback story. God damn it. All right, Wally, I'm pulling something for you because it's your pick. It's the TV and movie trivia time. I am not looking at this.
Upside down, buddy. Upside down. There it is.
I am not looking at this. I'm just seeing if the.
Hold on. Let me enlarge this. That's what she said. I'm looking. Hold on. This shit is so fucking blurry. Fox Mulder and Dana Scully were the main characters of what TV show?
Okay, well, obviously,
This one's easy.
we're going to go Randy first.
Fox.
Fox Mulder and Scully, what was her first name?
Dana.
Dana Scully were the main characters of this TV show. You can pull out your thing and write it down. I'll write it down for you. I don't care.
They did a couple
Cheers.
movies too.
I don't know.
You say
Are you?
Oh, fucking no.
Don't say anything. Come on,
I've never
motherfucker.
seen that fucking show.
X-Files. That
Never
was
seen
like
that fucking
everywhere.
show.
So you've never seen like any. Uh-oh. Wait, is
It's
it locked? It's locked.
buddy.
X-Files. Randall is like Supernatural, but with aliens.
And better. Like way better. X-Files is so good.
I like Supernatural, but X-Files I do like better.
X-Files is really good. What was the second question? Jennifer
Like
Lawrence
more.
played Domika in a Govrova in which 2018 spy thriller? She gets naked in it, so I know it. Red Sparrow.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
what's
you-
up,
you knew
what's up
exactly,
with it? I'm gonna torture myself since I got it wrong and finish this IPA.
Oh, tomatometer time. The Roddy Tomatoes.
You got it right.
The Roddy Tomatoes. The Roddy T's. The Rotten Tomatoes score. What do we think critics and audience gave this out of 100%?
Can you give it one more name real quick?
The Rotten T-tometer.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I don't.
tried.
I don't know what else there is.
You tried. It's fine.
The RTs.
Okay.
That's good.
Oh. RTs.
The RTs. Wally? What do you think?
I think got low on both. I think it was garbage for both. I'm gonna go 10 and 15%. And I don't care which one gets it.
I don't give a fuck which one gets it.
I'm going fucking 15-20.
15-20. Steve guessed 15-20 too.
Yeah,
Look at me.
yeah.
Oh, look at that. Critics gave this a 4%.
Oh my!
Audience
Yeah.
gave it a 31%.
You're fucking dumb.
There are people that think this is kind of like a culty kind of
It's-
movie. It
so-
has a small cult following.
It's not a good movie, but like in theory, it's cool. Obviously, cool world, right? The idea of the movie is cool, right?
Yeah,
like,
God, she's hot.
see, it's
That's what
got
I'm
you.
saying.
The idea of a movie of, yo, this guy made this crazy cartoon world. I don't know how he was able to make it in prison and then release it and make money off this. Does it even say that he was?
You get a plug.
Sure.
Send it out.
Whatever. And then like, how long was he in
fucking
jail
rapper.
for? Obviously, they allude to him killing some dude. Like, are you gonna make a cartoon about killing some dude? And he's like,
to sleep with your wife.
fuck off,
Got his
whatever,
wife
yeah.
sleeping with someone, yeah.
I get it, sure, whatever. But now he's making a cartoon, and the cartoon that he makes is like, yo, I want to fuck you. Is that a little too like, hey, I did this for
That
myself?
sounds like a perfect storm of truth. Like I could see someone being crazy, getting locked up, drawing cartoons about it, and then people thinking that's fucking dope, and then buying his art.
You know what? I mean, that you're not
It's
wrong. I
crazy
mean, that's
art.
kind of on point. I mean, getting back to the critic score, the only other movie that we have done that is this low at the same percentage at 4, The Pest.
Yeah.
I want to watch it.
Lick
but I don't wanna
Leguizamo,
watch
you
it.
son of a bitch.
But the audience score was like in the 60s for The Pest. IMDb for
I
yes.
liked the best. You guys all fucking hated it. I thought it was so stupidly funny.
I love shitty movies, but that movie is so bad because the problem I have with it is there's
You don't
nothing.
like hunting people.
I mean, yo, you want to play the most dangerous game? Let's go. Let's go to an island. We can
Yeah,
see
go.
what's up. No, the problem I have with it is John Leguizamo. I love him, but I feel like he's trying to copy Jim Carrey and any other funny guy. He's not being original. He's being, let me be what everybody wants me to be.
It's so overboard.
You know-
He goes so
you know who John
overboard.
Leguizamo is. You've seen him in. Have you seen Kick-Ass?
Yeah.
Have you seen Kick-Ass 2?
No.
No, ask him, John. He's John Wick. He's the guy that repairs his car
There you go.
Oh.
in the first John Wick.
Okay.
There you go. John Leguizamo,
Yes,
I'm
we
pretty
gotta-
sure
we
is
gotta-
got to be in a Fast and
I
Furious
honestly-
movie by now. Like, goddamn. IMDb gave this a 4.8. It also gave The Pest a 4.8. So, all right.
Ipso facto, same movie.
Same
Well,
movie.
all right. Steve, which one do you hate more?
I'm
The
gonna get to that
Pest
in my
or Cool
in my
World?
final decisions. I'm gonna get to that because let's be real. I have to kind of compare movies.
How much time we got, Wally?
Well, this is the metric. I'll probably get ready here in about 10 minutes. I can make 10 minutes. We'll do 10
Cool.
minutes.
Okay.
Who was your favorite character?
The chick cartoon.
I mean,
It's like no, I'm gonna do 2 for 1 here just for time's
for
sake.
one, two
My
for one.
favorite
favorite
my
scene.
favorite
Yeah, sure.
character is the little fucking gray baby that during the car scene he pisses on all the little fucking cops.
I forgot about the poppers. They called them poppers.
Yeah, the poppers. Yeah, that's my favorite scene. It's my favorite character.
It pulled him out, put him up.
He just pulls out his little cartoon dong and just starts spraying the cops while they have guns
And they
and
die.
shit.
They get
Yep,
hit by a
and they
train.
die.
It is what it is.
Ipso facto, you're done. You're fucked.
Jesus Christ, Randy, you got a favorite character and scene? Just rip through
Fair,
it.
you know what? Just go with Brad Pitt. Brad
Okay.
Pitt, he was doing his best.
You know
That's all
what?
he could do.
Brad Pitt isn't like
He
phoning it
didn't
in.
fucked anything. He didn't fuck anything up in this movie.
I mean, obviously
the
he
best
fucked that
crazy
cartoon at
person.
the end, right? I mean, when he became a cartoon, he's like, "Let me pull my cartoon dong out and just let's go."
You think he
Finally,
got bigger? He definitely got bigger.
I mean,
It's a cartoon.
it's a cartoon.
He got
Yeah,
bigger.
he got
Yeah,
bigger
for sure.
Yeah. He definitely got bigger. Come on. My favorite part of the scene, literally none, because fuck this movie. Like I tried so hard to pick something,
I'd say that.
and I'm just like, what is this? Like, is there something good here other than like the art direction? No, like I tried. I really tried. I paid attention to this movie. I did not pick my phone up at all watching this movie. Like it had my attention, but for the wrong reasons. Like I was like, this is a fucking train wreck. But like, okay, it's not a train wreck. It's a car crash on a fucking Harley, is what it is.
Yeah. And just don't wake up.
Don't wake up. Any what the fuck moments for you?
At the
Probably the
end-
same thing that Wally just said. Pissing,
The
on
pissing?
everything.
I mean, go ahead. Turn the movie on. Fast forward. Stop. What the fuck?
Exactly. You just hit the nail on the head.
There you go.
You could literally not watch any part of this movie.
The entire fucking first 41 minutes, my mouth was just open watching it, not knowing what was going on.
Yeah. It doesn't explain anything, right? Like,
No.
there's no, like, setup. There's no backstory. There's no, like, these are the rules of this, or this is what you can and can't do. No, it's just going to make it up as it's
He
going.
just wanted to watch the world burn. That's
Yeah.
what he wanted to do.
Yeah, okay.
This son of
This
a
movie
bitch.
is exactly what it does. It's like you have no idea what the fuck. It's just shock and awe the whole time. Like, what the
Jesus
fuck?
This
But
fucking
it's
guy
in
right
everything. It's like story, it's like characters, it's dialogue, it's like everything is shock and awe. There's not one thing that's not like, what the fuck is going on? Right?
I mean, I
This
was
is the weirdest
saying what the
shit.
fuck is going on a lot, but not as much as fucking Prisoners of the Ghostland. That movie was even way
I
crazier.
understood this movie a lot more than that one.
Yes. Because it was
Which
much
is
simpler.
Fucking stupid that I did.
Dude,
But
I'm on a roll right now.
You
Son
need
of a
to
bitch.
chill. Is
You
what
need
you
to-
need to do.
You need to chill. Speaking of chill, fun facts of the fucking week. It is. Maybe. I don't know. It doesn't matter. As a publicity stunt, Paramount Pictures put a huge cutout of the Hollywood on the D of the Hollywood sign in L.A. The studio donated $27,000 to the sign's maintenance fund and another $27,000 to the Rebuild LA fund. It was just after the LA riots and paid for 2 park rangers to guard the sign 24 hours a day. The stunt angered local residents who picketed and demanded that the cutout be taken down.
I like they put Holly on the D.
That's funny, right?
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I mean, the whole movie is about that, right? Literally, this man
they thought that out.
This man has a magic dick that can turn a cartoon that he made into real life.
Real life.
He's got the wand. He's got the magic wand.
He's got the magic wand. Is that what everybody's looking for in life? Just to have the magic wand?
You got
Yes.
it, buddy. Don't
You
worry.
got it, but despite the film's
Wingardium Leviosa!
Fuck, Jesus Christ. Despite the film's less than stellar performance,
Tiffany's pregnant now.
its soundtrack.
I said the magic words.
God damn it. Limgardia Leviosa, what? Despite the film's less than stellar performance, its soundtrack gained critical acclaim and popularity, which consists of electronic dance and rock songs by David Bowie, Moby, Neil Tennant, and Mark Isham, the film's composer.
So, just real quick for me today, I was watching it today, and I've never actually paid attention to the soundtrack until today. But it's like the wildest industrial noise.
It is.
Like it's like fucking trash cans banging around. It's so fucking weird.
It made me think of constantly the part in Fern Gully when you get introduced to the oil monster dude, right? Where he's like coming out of that shit, and it's like playing that weird, like you said, industrial type music. I was like waiting for that dude to just show up, but obviously,
Yeah, we
Fern
gotta do
Gully's
Fern
later.
Gully. That'd be a good one.
Fern Gully's on my list, baby.
Robin Williams.
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's Betty.
Baby.
Yeah. In the press release for the film, the studio tried to sell the movie both as a down and dirty Who Framed Roger Rabbit and as a technical achievement in creating a multi-plane effect using live action and animation. The claims were somewhat foolhardy as Roger's adult situations better served its plot, and Roger had scores of technical breakthroughs in its attempt to seamlessly combine live action and animation.
Like this falls on the line to like Treasure Planet and stuff. Like if
Yeah.
you fiddle with all these weird, feels like interdimensional movie making is is what it feels like.
I got what you're saying. And you know what, Wally? I'm going to give you credit here. You've been picking. Your picks are good because you're not just I like
Easy.
this movie.
Don't stroke the ego.
Well, he's got the magical
You guys
details
are
over
only
here, right?
Well,
Like,
no,
come on.
like no. I
Guardian
get what
level
Steve's
comes
saying.
out.
I'm picking movies that are I find fascinating, not good necessarily. I'm not here to fucking be like, oh, I
You're
love
not
this
wrong.
movie. Is it the best movie ever?
You're not wrong.
Cool World's just fucking weird. I'm here to take you guys on a journey.
We're going on a journey to Cool World, and it's going to be fucking wild and crazy.
Yeah.
Speaking, Wild and Crazy Kids is also on Paramount Plus, and that's also why I have a subscription to that. In 1990, Bakshi, the director, pitched Cool World to Paramount Pictures as a partially animated horror film. The concept involved a cartoon and human having sex and conceiving a hybrid child who visits the real world to murder the father who abandoned him. The live-action footage was intended to look like a living walk-through painting, a visual concept Bakshi had long wanted to achieve. Massive sets were constructed on a soundstage in Las Vegas based on enlargements of designs by Barry Jackson's paintings. The animation was strongly influenced by the house styles of Fleischer Studios and Terrytoons. As the sets were being built, producer Frank Mancuso Jr., of the son of the Paramount president Frank Mancuso Sr., had the screenplay rewritten in secret. The new version by Michael Grace and Mark Victor, who we talked about, was radically different from Bakshi's original plan. Paramount threatened to sue Bakshi if he did not complete the film. As Bakshi, whatever, and Mancuso wrangled over their creative differences, Bakshi and the studio also began to fight over the film's casting. To keep actor Brad Pitt, Bakshi had to replace Drew Barrymore, his original choice for the character of Hollywood, with Kim Basinger, a bigger box office draw at the time. Also, the film's animators were never given a screenplay and were instead told by the director, do a scene that's funny with whatever you want to do.
Randall's fun fact of the week. That is the longest fucking fun fact you have ever put on here.
But I had to because it all makes sense.
All makes sense. Yes, it makes so
yeah.
much sense. It's like two different ideas and then a fucking fight. The original story plot sounds like it would have been way better.
That would have been cool as shit.
Right. That does sound cool. Now, I don't think you make it be the movie Cool World. It could be something different, right? You can't have it be called Cool World.
It sounds completely different.
It sounds
set
awesome.
Pieces like that, art set pieces like that, and opposed to like
Fuck
animated
you,
with
Dad.
live on top of it, or
Right.
That's wild.
I'm here for that movie. So, last fun fact. Brad Pitt is not a fan of this movie and would later voice his opinion about it in an interview while promoting Bullet Train.
Oh, so he just did.
He just
They
did.
just talked about it.
He was like,
Yeah,
hey,
he's
man,
this movie
somebody
fucking
probably-
blew.
Somebody was probably like, hey, remember that Cool World movie? He's like, you can
Don't
shut the
you
fuck Shut up.
you.
Right. That movie sucks. Fucking hated it. Whatever.
Ugh.
All right. Final decisions out of 10. Were we entertained? Would we recommend it to anybody? And what would we give it? I'm going to Wally first because he picked it.
I'm gonna give this movie like a 5.
Okay.
This is a 5
that's
for
fair.
me.
Was he
But I'd
fucking-
watch this another 10 times before I die, and I probably will.
Okay. I mean, you do you, but I don't know about that. Randall?
Would I recommend it? Don't. You know what? If my boss is listening, like he said he would, watch this fucking movie, dude. Because fuck you.
Because fuck you. You're gonna have a good night.
See, I think Randall gets it. I think he gets it.
Solid 3 out of 10.
3 out of 10.
There
Solid.
is fucking solid. Nothing I enjoyed about this movie, one bit, besides Holly. She's the 3.
She's the 3.
She's the 3.
Okay. All right, so I have to say this.
Actual
So,
Holly, not the cartoon. It's
sure,
not
okay, I
fucking
got you.
weird.
Well, you can watch her in other movies. She was a big deal. Kim Basinger,
Never heard of her. I
L.A.
don't know.
Confidential. All right, well, do
I'm
you?
so on these movies.
All right, so
He's guest
I
started
gave
so
The
much.
Pest a 0.8 on this show, but somehow I hate this movie more. But I can't give it a lower score than a 2 because the idea of the movie, while not being like super original, is still like intriguing and like I'm about it, right? And then hearing about the fact that the movie could have been even better, I'm like, all right, and like
So some of the lore got to you.
right, and the animation too in this movie, there's some parts where I'm like, all right, that's fucking cool, or I get what they're trying to do because like growing up watching Ren and Stimpy and stuff. They're doing the same shit in this movie.
I believe that shit was fucked up too.
It was, but
Yeah.
the plot made more sense in Ren and Stimpy, right? So I don't know. Like I kind of felt like that was a kind of a cool kind of send off for that, and it kind of fit together. I also chuckled a little more in this movie than I did in The Pest. Honestly, like there was a couple points where I laughed out loud watching this movie, specifically where the main character, who we've never really talked about on this podcast, turns into a superhero. And like the fucking minute he turns into a superhero, he gets kicked in the dick that made Holly a woman in real life.
It's kind of fucked.
His dick is just the superhero. Let's
You're
be
right.
honest
His
here.
dick is the magic wand that has been
Thank you to your maker, Holly.
right. She goes,
I
"Hadoosh,
have your baker.
hadoosh." Also, what I get that she's trying to be real and whatever, but like, what's the point of what she's trying to do? I just don't get the whole. I don't get anything. But anyways, I'd rather watch The Pest 100 times before I watch this again. So I'm giving it a 2 out of 10.
Okay.
Even though my Pest review is lower, there's nothing redeemable in The Pest. There's redeemable qualities with this, with it looking the way it looks.
I promise you guys the next one will be. The next one's gonna be.
I
Like,
don't.
Randall's like, I got no high
Next
hopes
one's
here.
gonna
Like,
be a
you,
Don't make any promises.
do you? I'll be here. I'll
I
watch
already
it,
know.
but
I
I
already,
don't like it.
I already know what my next one's gonna be, and it's like one of the greatest movies, rated movies of all time.
Okay.
So-
Cool.
Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah.
Whose turn is it this time?
Speaking of, next week it's Tara's pick. She wasn't here for this episode because of accidental issues. It's fine.
She peed
Sharp
herself.
Sure.
Oh, me and Randall on the same page here.
Next week is her pick. She is picking A Knight's Tale.
Oh, fucking Heath
Oh, yeah.
Ledger.
We can
God
see what's
damn
his
it.
face completely naked.
William! Sorry, I had to do it.
William!
That's fine.
That's
I
fine.
enjoy A Knight's Tale. It's
Whatever,
pretty
it's
good. We
cool.
get to
I
talk
do.
about some
That's
people that
better
are in that
than this
movie.
fucking trash we just watched. So
Very true. So next week, A Knight's Tale. It's going to be fun. Everybody who's going to be back, it's going to be good. We're going to talk about things and stuff and movies. But thanks for listening to this episode. Randall, where can
you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube at The Decision Reel, or wherever you would listen to your podcasts. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. I don't know what the fuck all the podcast places are. Or you can go to the website, www.thedecisionreel.com, where you can find some merch and use the code REAL10 to get 10% off. And that's it.
So for the only time, I'm going to tell you where all you can listen to us. Are you ready? You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, YouTube, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Amazon Music, Pocket Cast, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Overcast, and Castro.
Not Deezer? I was waiting for Deezer.
No, not
What
Deezer.
about
I
the
don't know why.
Casbah?
What about the Casbah? We're there.
Casbah.
Rock. You can also go to our website and just listen to us there, or
Yeah.
watch us there, or like I said, go to the YouTube channel and watch us there if you want to see our pretty faces. Do what we got to do here. But again, thanks for listening, guys. Thanks for being with us. This episode was fun. We try to breeze through it as fast as we can. I think that's the better way to do this from now on. We're gonna breeze through it.
Cool, because I haven't had to pee yet. So it works
Exactly,
out.
it's perfect.
It's
And
actually
you're
fucking perfect.
getting Wally in and out. We'll tell Tara next time she's here. Wally's got to leave, so we're getting in and out. That's the game play right
Every
there.
time.
Every
I love
time.
you
I
guys.
like it.
Love you,
Thanks,
buddy.
Wally, for being here. Thanks everybody for listening and watching. Have a good one. Enjoy.